Hello, welcome to Tech Mirages, and I'm back again with another awesome video. In this video, I'll show you how to use Google Translate formula to translate text from one language to other language in Google Sheets. We do not need to install any browser extensions or Google Sheets add-ons. Google Translate formula in Google Sheets allows us to translate text from one language to other language very easily. So we'll be seeing how to use Google Translate within Google Sheets to do that. But before going forward, make sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking on subscribe button and click on the bell icon so that you never miss any of my latest videos. And the stage has been set, let's get started. So first we need to know the syntax of using Google Translate within Google Sheets to translate text from one language to other. If you look at the documentation of Google Translate provided by Google Docs, it says that you need to use Google Translate as a keyword for the formula and the text which you want to translate. And next we need to pass the source language and followed by the target language. So source language is a language in which the text is right now, and the target language is a language to which you want to translate the text to. And it says that text is must and source and target language are optional. So first let me show you how to translate text from one language to other language. Later on we'll see how to use this auto option. If you look at one of the examples, we could see that language codes are used for source language and target language. But do not worry, as no one knows language codes for every language. For that we can make use of Wikipedia. So just go to Google and search for something called language codes and open one of the Wikipedia links which opens this table. If you look at this table, it maps language codes for every language. Let's say if you look for English, the language code for English is EN, and for Spanish it's ES, and for Italian it's IT. So in this video I'll show you how to translate text from English to Spanish as well as Italian, and also show you how to use auto option for both source and target language. So in order to translate text from one language to other language, we need to use Google Translate formula. So go to the cell where you want to have a translated text, give equals to sign followed by Google Translate. So when you type Google, it shows the formula Google Translate. Select that and you need to give the text. So the text is in the cell. So select the cell where it has a text, comma. We need to give the source language. The source language is English, where we saw the code is EN. So make sure you give the small letters, comma. The target language is Spanish, where we saw the code as ES. Now close the bracket and hit enter, and you could see that the text has been translated. Hover your mouse on the corner of the cell and you could see the plus icon. Just drag till the bottom and you could see that all the text from English has been translated to Spanish. So in the same way, let's see how to translate to Italian as one more example. So give equals to Google Translate as a formula. Select the cell which has a text, comma, source language as English, comma. Now my target language is Italian, where we saw IT is a language code for Italian, and hit enter. You could see that the translation has happened from English to Italian. Now drag till the bottom of the cells and you could see that all the text in all the cells has been translated from English to Italian. So now we saw how to translate text from one language to other language, right? So now in these examples, we used English as the source language and ES or Spanish or Italian as a target language, where we provided language codes for both English and Spanish or Italian. There is an interesting feature of Google Translate which allows you to pass auto as option for source language and target language, where it can detect the language in which the text is in. So let me show you. Let's say I want to translate text which is available in Spanish or Italian to English. So let me give it as Google Translate and select the text which I want to translate, comma. So instead of giving Spanish or Italian, I can just give it as auto, comma. The target language is which I want to convert this text to is French. So the code is FR, close the bracket and enter. Now what it does is it detects language of the cell in B2 automatically and translate to target language which is French. So hit enter and you could see that it has translated text but detecting the language automatically as Spanish to the target language French. So if you want to translate the text of next cell which is Italian, you can just drag the formula horizontally and it works well because the source language is set as auto. So it automatically detected the language as Italian and translated to French. So drag it all over the places of all the cells and it automatically detects the language of source and translates to French, which is the target language. So this auto option of the source language would be helpful if you want to translate text available in different languages in different cells to one target language. But there is no need of providing source language code and target language code every time. Let's say I have two columns where one column has Spanish text, another column has Italian text, and I want to translate these texts from the source language, whatever it might be, to English, which is my target language. So instead of giving the source language or target language, what would I do is I would just give it as a formula Google Translate and select the cell which has a text which I want to translate to the language or the target language which has set as my default setting. So my default setting is English and I want to translate this text to English. So instead of giving source language and target language, I would end the formula here itself and hit enter. Now you could see that Google Translate has done its job very accurately by converting text from Spanish to English. So what happened here is if you see the formula, it has Google Translate and only provided parameter is text and no source language or target language is provided. This formula automatically detected the source language of the text which you provided, and the target language is the one which you have set as a default setting. So English is my target language which was set as default, so it has translated from source language which is Spanish here to target language which is English as of my settings. Now you can just hold your mouse on the corner of the cell and drag it horizontally so that it would take Italian text and convert it into English. So if you select this cell, it says that C2. The C2 is nothing but Italian text. Now let me drag over all the cells and you could see that text from Spanish and Italian are converted to English directly. So this column has a translated text from Spanish to English and this column has a translated text from Italian to English. So this is how easy to use Google Translate within Google Sheets without any add-ons or Chrome extensions to translate text from one language to other language in Google Sheets. Hope you find this video useful. Please like and share the video and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching this video and see you soon.